Welcome to the campus of Ozark Christian College as their fans have showed up as their team playing host this week takes on the top seed Arlington Baptist in the first round of the NCCAA National Championships right here on the NCCAA Network. Welcome aboard the broadcast, everyone. I'm Kyle Rush. Glad to have you on board in what isn't your necessarily typical 1 versus 8 matchup. Here's why. The NCCAA play, this is an Ozark team who is 6-3 this year. They played this Arlington Baptist team tough earlier. It was a 15-point loss, but at times that game was more contested than that. But speaking of the tournament's top seed in Arlington Baptist, they have been here, done that many a time before. So much so, they've created a little bit of a dynasty, if you could say. They've won 5 of the last 6 national championships and have won 5 straight from 2015 to 2019. They returned 4 of 5 starters from last year. Oh, and by the way, all 5 starters averaged 10-plus points a game. If you like offense, the Patriots are the team for you, averaging nearly 92 a game. No, that is not a misprint. As for the ambassadors for Ozark Christian, they can score it in their own right, and we'll see that throughout this tournament as they nearly came away with some big upsets throughout the year, but they made it here as the host team, and they look to do more than just host. They want to play their way into the semifinals and shock the tournament with an upset. As you look at some of the starters there, a couple key contributors, a couple of All-Americans. Aaliyah Clark leads the Patriots. And you look, it's Cameron Gentry who will lead the way for the ambassadors. Going to work right away inside. Knocked outside. Floater. Good. And it's an early 2-0 start for the 8 seed. And quickly, here come the Patriots. Fast and in a hurry. That's how they like to operate, although unable to capitalize here. And Ozark with the ball in the lead. Whip it around to the corner. Around the horn it comes. Pass a little offline, but tracked down by Pippins. Swing pass, looking baseline drive, nothing there. Cut off, an aggressive defense, slides through, kept her handle and scores. Purrington came up with the deuce. Quick 3 the other way in a flash. The possession's already gone back to Ozark. And Purrington lost the handle. But expect to see that throughout the game as Clifton McDaniel at the helm, National Coach of the Year for Arlington Baptist. His team will play fast and in a hurry. And if you get caught sleeping for even a moment, it'll probably be scored upon. Wide open mid-range jumper, that won't fall. And it's an 0-for-3 start from the field for the Patriots as Aaliyah Clark couldn't cash in. Well, three-quarter court pressure, if you will. Into the high post, drive, kick, open, triple. Oh, that's down the hatch. Oh, boy. The 8 seed has come to play on their home floor. The ambassadors with a quick 7-0 start. Feet inside, and the Patriots are on the board. Nice move inside in traffic. Well, pressure backed off of just a moment. Now it's loose. Kept a handle. And it's going to be a foul on the ambassadors, I believe.
Foul called on number 10.
They're going to call Peyton Miller. That's her first. 7-2 ambassadors in the early going. 5 on the floor. Miller, Pippins, Purrington, Schaefer, and Gentry. That's for Ozark. Chisholm, Bradford, Clark, Waits, Farmer. for Arlington Baptist as the ball's out of bounds. Back over to the Ambassadors it goes. The Ambassadors 16-12 on the campaign. Led by Kyle Wickland, making their first ever appearance in this championship. Looking to move it around the horn. Thought about the triple, takes the triple. Can't quite connect. Can Gentry. She's a 40% shooter from out there. Quick pull-up three. That's down the hatch. Rebecca Farmer connects from downtown. She averages 13.5 a game, and just like that, it's a 2-point game. A quick 5-0 run for Arlington Baptist. Swing around the perimeter, baseline drive. Trying to muscle her way through traffic and draws the foul. This will go against, it'll go against Ozark, it appears. No. Well, we saw everyone walking to the other end of the floor. It is against the Patriots, so Pippin's at the line. Short on the first. One more to come. Foul is on Chisholm. Her first for the Patriots. Second good. 8-5. Early on, opening quarter. Sop looks to feed it inside, and a kick ball there. We'll remind you the NCCAA network is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel both internationally and domestically by joining SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCCAA to find out more. Cold shooting is told the story. Access denied by Gentry that time. As the Patriots are just 2 of their first 6. Baseline drive. Floater with the left hand. No. Gentry the follow. That's blocked from behind. And here come the Patriots. Ozark does a nice job getting back. Drive inside. Blocked again inside. Do not go in there. Gentry back-to-back possessions with a rejection. As Chisholm was greeted rudely in the paint. Patriots keep the basketball, though. Drift left side. Now they work inside. Double comes. Crossover. Up and under, trying to get it around. Guess who? It's Cameron Gentry again. They could not, but Gentry last to touch it. Shot clock down to 10. Waiting, looking to trigger. Now they do. 6 on the timer. Working on Gentry. Over Gentry. A touch of class there from Waits, the second-team All-American. And now the pressure wreaking havoc. And knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Patriots. So Ambassadors greeted with full-on, full-court pressure there. And nearly turned it over. As is how they handle it better this go-round. Trap comes near half court. Gentry now a little wait for her teammates. Does so. And into the offense they go, but half the shot clock's expired. Drive, kick, wide open three, too strong. Pippin's got a good look at it. Now on the break, all by herself, lays it up and in. And that is how they get to that 90 points a game threshold. They fly up and down the floor for 40 minutes. That time it was Diaz on the layup. Kick out. 2 foot on the line. Loose ball on the floor. And last touch. No, a foul called. And I believe they'll stay right here. We'll see who they tag. It's on Farmer for the Patriots. So it'll stay with the Ambassadors. Patriots with their first lead at 9-8 after that last deuce. Gentry swings it around. Good ball fake there. Now thought about it, and then takes the triple, the iron kind. Burrington delivers the goods. And just like that, they were down the floor were the Patriots forcing the issue, and now it's out of bounds off the deflection. And officials want to halt things at least for a moment. It's a 2-point lead, and Burrington, who's a 30% shooter from downtown, gave the Ambassadors the lead with her most recent 3. Drive, floater, off balance, tough shot there. Gentry the rebound. Sometimes in a 1-8, you can see the 8 seems a bit intimidated, especially early. Have not seen that so far in this game, although playing on your home floor would certainly help, you would think, although this is a place where Ambassadors split the 12 games they've played on this floor this year at 6-6. But make no mistake about it, they know their hands are full with Arlington Baptist tonight. Swinging around the perimeter do the Patriots. Thought about the 3. Taking the 3 is Diaz. That's no good. Another rebound secured defensively by Shaper and Ozark. Looking drive around the trap. Nicely done there. Kicks it into the corner. Step aside. 3 ball. Pippins didn't miss that one. Drive right down the midline. Open look. Gentry again. She was ready on the other end for the high speed and take another look. Access denied as Gentry met him at the summit. 14-9, now a turnover. 5-point lead for the Ambassadors, looking for more. Left-handed layups up and good. Annie Jaycox this time. And it matches the largest lead, which they had to start the game at 7. They started on a 7-0 run. Did the Ambassadors lob inside? Nice move there. Again, it's Gentry this time, though, called. No, it's a travel. Arlington Baptist thought she was going to get called for the foul. Nothing of the sort as Jacayla Bradford tried to make the move. She shuffled the feet. What a start we've had here. And a kickball on the entry. Even off made buckets, the Patriots have gotten to play their pace, but they're just 4 of 14 from the field. Needing help to get it in. Just did, but not out of danger yet. Burrington, though, handles it well off the deflection. That's where they thrive. Jump ball, and it's back to the Patriots. That's what Clifton McDaniel's club thrives on, deflections and that pressure, and then the race is on, so to speak, to the rim. Drive, kick out threes, they do it all. But they have had a cold start in round 1 here against the host Ozark Ambassadors, who have put up a fight. Pippins looked like she just tripped there. Shot well off the mark from Bradford, and the presence of Gentry inside has certainly been noticed. As I think that had a lot to do with the shot alteration there. Just over 3 minutes to play, first quarter. Lob inside, that's deflected. Patriots able to keep possession. Chisel weaves inside, blocked again. Guess who? It's Gentry again. A dream start defensively for the sophomore from Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Now she dishes it outside, and a dream start for Pippins from downtown. She's got 7. A travel turns it over again, and the 8 seed with a 10-point lead right out of the chute. Do you need a reminder that it's March? Miller across the timeline. Pippins. Drive, dumps it off. And now drive inside. Left-hand layup, too strong. Gentry couldn't quite get the rebound, and here come the Patriots. 2-on-2 on the break. And a late foul call, but one nonetheless, is Aaliyah Clark will get a trip to the line. What a fast start.
Her second. Team second.
We would never know that the last time these two teams played, just merely days ago, the final score was 94-38 in favor of Arlington Baptist. But the Ambassadors have held their hats, as Clark misses the first, on the fact that the first time they met, it was 85-70, and they thought they had chances in that contest. And as we sit with 2:22 to go in the first, still early, it's the Ambassadors with a 9-point lead. But the pressure from the Patriots has caused problems the last couple of trips down. They get it in here. Purinton will weave on Clark. Gets it into the front court. Errant pass, a turnover. Already the fifth for Ozark Christian. But at least that one, not one that you like if you're Kyle Wicklund, but one that's easier to tolerate as it's a dead ball turnover, but it doesn't really matter as Rebecca Farmer with a quick trigger delivers the three, and now it's just a 6-point game. And her hand was in the cookie jar, but Clark couldn't quite rip it away and keep it in bounds. Looking to get it in bounds off the deflection. Keeps it alive. Now can they turn it into a break? Drive. Nice pass there. Cutting down the lane. Jaycox again. She ran the floor well, and they dropped in a good feed as it was Purinton who dropped the dime. Top of the key. Swing to the wing. Clark looks to dance. Fadeaway jumper off the window. And the ability to do that right there is why she was the player of the year. Nationally in the NCCAA, they're going to try to trap here. They do. Handled well. Kicked into the corner. Pippins thought about another triple. Instead, opposite pass, floater. Back iron, didn't get the bounce this time, and here come the Patriots. Looking to run. They didn't match Clark. Misfired. Offensive rebound, no. Gentry said that's it, that's all. Now her team wants to push. Jaycox, nice feed inside, missed the bunny. Right there in front of the 10 was Shaper. She couldn't finish. And now drifting to the corner. Intercepted. It thought for a moment that it was going to set a cross-pass 3 attempt. Instead, it went the other way. Speaking of 3 balls, that one well off the mark from Pippins this time. Nearly lost out of bounds. Jaycox and 1. Oh, mercy. Annie Jaycox, right spot, right time, got the finish. Take a look. Saved right to her under the rim, and then through contact. The foul on Shulock, beg your pardon. The sophomore out of Horton, Texas. And it's Jaycox at the line for the +1. Good. Lead back to 9. Flipped into the corner. Baseline drive. Room to operate. Oh, she shuffled her feet. Got away with a travel there. Another go at it. Floater this time. No doubt. Rebecca Farmer able to get it. Now it's a 3-on-1 again. Stops, pops. Jaycox got the roll at the buzzer. That, in summary, is how the opening quarter has gone for Ozark Christian.
26.
The 8 seed may be a statistical underdog, but they're not playing like it. They lead by 9 at the end of 1 on the NCCAA network. Second quarter, and it's the 8 seed who has put the dynasty on notice through 10 minutes of play. Arlington Baptist trails 26-17. Now the question is, can they keep it up? Speaking of the Ambassadors, in a brilliant first quarter, they shot 50% from the field, 57% from downtown, but that's what the Patriots can do to you. Turnover. Deuce the other way, layups missed, and it's back to the Ambassadors. That is the 6th turnover for Ozark Christian. Yet, Arlington hasn't made them pay, shooting 33%, and that's higher than it was earlier in the game. Now just trying to get it in. Turnover, spin, fire. That one's good. As Bradford turned him over that time, and now weaving through traffic is Puritan. Off the 7th turnover, creating some life for the Patriots until Jake Cox weaves her way through the defense yet again. She has put on a show in front of the home crowd. And now Gentry getting set to come back into the game after the deflection. Jake Cox with 9, Puritan and Pippins with 7 to lead the scoring so far for the Ambassadors. 8 to lead the way for Farmer for the top-seeded Patriots. She has 8 of their 17. Feed inside, knocked away. And with each deflection and each moment, you can sense the confidence growing. Not only from the players on the floor, but the bench as well. And you need an energetic coach to try to fuel an upset. Kyle Wickland has certainly been that. And now Aaliyah Clark at the controls. They look to drive there. Spin move. Tough finish with the right hand. No. Ball batted around. Knocked out of bounds. As Shulock tried to battle over top of Gentry. That's a fun matchup to watch as we go throughout this one. Now here comes that pressure again. They get it in this time, but now they got to work further. They get it into Puritan's hands. She's handled it well so far, does so again here. Weaves through trouble, but then the pass deflected, and here come the Patriots again. Off to the wing. Crossover inside. There goes the player of the year, Aaliyah Clark. And in a flash, they score. Now a turnover the other way. On the inbound, a deflection. Puritan tried to pick it up. She was on the in line. And now you're starting to see why Arlington Baptist causes so many problems for so many. Off the screen. Catch and shoot on the 3. No. It was a good look. Farmer couldn't get that one to fall. She's already hit a couple in a game already. Long pass in the air a long time, but now it's loose again as they couldn't handle it. Farmer, Euro step, went the tough route, couldn't finish. And now Puritan starts to break the other way. Right at Clark, couldn't finish. Weaves the other way, Farmer for 3. Yes! Her third triple and another deflection. And the pressure is starting to wreak havoc as now the lead all of a sudden down to 4. As the turnovers have started to pile up for the Ambassadors, here's another one. Bradford the pick this time. Farmer, another try from the corner. Not on this occasion, out of bounds to Ozark. 11 turnovers for the Ambassadors. 2 minutes into the second quarter, yet they're up by 4. And they got to get it into the corner. Oh, an alert pass there to get it out just in time. Shaper feeds to Miller. Into the front court they come. Gentry, errant pass. She had an open look from the free throw line. Ball hung in the air, reading the passing lane to perfection was Waits. Clark drives, floats, scores. And now they're looking like the tournament's top seed. And Ozark looking a little more uncomfortable by the possession as Miller weaves through traffic again into the corner. 3 ball on the way. Oh, they needed that. Abby Bogus knocks it down, but quickly the other way. That spins around and out. Follow is good. 4 seconds after the 3 went down. It's another deuce on the board for the Patriots. You got to be ready to go in a hurry and get back defensively. And here's a foul. This one will go against Waits.
Foul call on number 20, Neil Waits.
So Bogus knocked down the triple. That's the difference right now. It's a 3-point Ambassador lead. You've seen many runs throughout that first quarter from the Patriots, but the Ambassadors had the answer each time. How do they handle this one? Another foul. This one from behind. This one on Farmer. That's her second.
Foul call on number 24, Rebecca Farmer, her second. Team.
And that'll force the hand of Coach McDaniel, and she will sit. Lead's been as big as 10 for the Ambassadors. It's just 3 now. That's stripped away, but a foul. They say she got her on the wrist and a hard fall to boot. As Bradford, again, nearly with a steal, but that's 3 team fouls in the span of 15 seconds or less.
Number 5, Jalen Bradford.
Keep in mind, we've only played a little over 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Looking to inbound, they do. Jay Cox lost it, got it back. Now Jay Cox went to go get it on the opposite wing. Found it. Nice pass there. Drive midline, blocked aside, but another foul. 4 fouls on this trip down the floor. That's Waits. That's her second. 4 fouls this trip down the floor against Arlington Baptist. And now they'll be in, it's a shooting foul, but they'll be in the bonus the rest of the half with 6:37 to go. That one popped halfway down and out and back in again. Ms. Shaper, a 73% free throw shooter, averaging just under 9 a game. Second, this one, the iron a little more unkind. Off the rebound, Clark, she can fly behind the back, had it poked away by Shaper. And then she gets the tie up, so it'll be an inbounds play. And we've seen a couple of times off the inbound. Watch for the back screen, if you will, to free up a shooter. They did it with Farmer earlier. Rivera goes to that slot in the corner, see if they try to do it again. Instead, it's just thrown to the top. Clark around a ball screen. Downhill she comes. And the lead, just a deuce. Into the corner, looking inside. Gentry, good position, couldn't finish. Got it back off the window, too strong. And Pippins tried to slow the break just a moment. And a tough fall away, banked in. We're tied just like that. Bradford, the tough fall away. It's 32-all. With 5:40 to go, Pippins puts them back in front. Her third triple of the half. She's got 10. Back in front is the tournament 8 seed. Clark to answer. Tried to get a little body English on that one. No, but the save keeps it in play. Back to Clark. No look pass, top of the circle. Bradford, no. And this time, Shaper is able to secure the rebound and get it to Peyton Miller. Trap comes, back to Shaper. Oh, they handled the press beautifully that time, and Jay Cox the beneficiary on the baseline. It's a quick 5-0 spurt after the Patriots tied it. Around the perimeter, Clark. Screen, they go under. Clark trying to make him pay. Too strong. Rebound comes all the way out. Bradford, no. Follow, yes, +1. Billy Shulock. No one put a body on her. She went right to the rim, got the rebound and the finish. And Shulock will try the +1. It's the first foul on Gentry. She's been really good on the inside early. But couldn't secure the rebound there, and it cost her. Gentry doesn't have any points, but 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks. For Ozark in the middle. Make it 6 rebounds as the free throws spun in and out. Shulock, just a 38% free throw shooter. Unable to capitalize there. Shaper thought about the triple, instead gives up the shot. And a chance to slow down the tempo at least for a minute. Purinton got it back. Oh, what a 2-man game that was. Caught the Patriots napping. That's usually what they do to opponents, especially on the offensive end. Quick trigger 3-ball. Just like that, the freshman from San Antonio, and Rivera knocks down the triple. Right back to a 2-point game. Just when you thought the Ambassadors might be trying to create some distance again. Floater inside. It's Purinton again. Ozark's been comfortable with the high-paced tempo so far. Rivera, wing-to-wing pass. They'll have to set up the half-court set, at least for the moment. Chisholm inside. Whipped around the horn. Rivera off the pump fake. Excellent ball movement here from the Patriots. In traffic, and one. Chisholm, the hoop and the harm. The drive inside and the finish as Jay Cox picked up the foul. And now a chance for the +1 for Chisholm. But like Shulock, not a very good free throw shooter. The junior out of Pasadena, Texas, just 33% from the line. Didn't look like it there. Rattled it through. It's just a 1-point game. Ambassadors, though, still with a lead. Under 3.5 to go in the half. And a double dribble. They didn't call it out, and Clifton McDaniel might have jumped through his pullover he's wearing over there. As is, he took a casual walk to the middle of the bench and works to coach his offensive possession. Clark at the helm. Drifts to her right. Now down the midline. Floater. Spun around and out. Follow. Shulock good. And for the first time in the ball game, the Patriots have the lead. 42-41. Purinton. Jay Cox. Baseline. Through all kinds of traffic. No, the follow, yes. Gentry reached right over top to get the rebound and put back. Thought about the 3, now going inside, wanting it back. Shulock got it over Gentry. Oh, how good is that matchup inside? Patriots back up 1. Pass deflected, but got it to Shaper. Gentry, pitch back. Pippen steps into 1. Not this time. Loose ball. Tie up will keep it here. They wanted a travel, didn't get it, did the Patriots. So the Ambassadors will have the basketball. Trailing by 1, 2:19 to go in the half. Despite 13 turnovers, they have the ball with a chance with a bucket to take the lead. And now substitution comes on. Jay Cox will swap out. In comes Bogus, and they want a towel for a spot on the floor. Players from both sides are sort of stepping into that spot. So make sure they get it cleaned up. Oh, we seem good to go. Now we'll put it back in play. Look to trigger in the corner. Rip around, Shaper. Thought about the three. And then you hesitate for a moment. Just the Patriots, as quick as they are, they get there in a hurry. Drive, kick, extra pass, they were there. Excellent defense, anticipating. Up and under. Couldn't quite finish. Here comes Clark, downhill. Off the window, they'll count it in a foul. Aaliyah Clark. She's got 11, a chance to add to it. Full steam ahead. And you saw Hawkins there, if she had stepped up and stood her ground, she could have possibly taken the charge. Instead, guilty of the block, and it goes as a three-point play. Largest lead of the game for the Patriots at 4. But if you had told the Ambassadors and Coach Wickland you'd be down 4 with 1:45 to go in the half, he would have probably signed up for that in a heartbeat. Now a foul here. It's on Perry, and they're over the limit, so free throws will be coming.
Haley Hurin. Her first, team fifth. OCC will shoot 2.
Parrington will go to the line. Check that. The foul was on Heron, not Perry. Parrington is 60% free throw shooter. She's had a magnificent half. Now with a dozen points, 5 of 7 from the floor. She and Pippins have been absolutely terrific for the Ambassadors. This one would get it back within 2. It's not just any one seed that the Ambassadors are taking on either. The Patriots have won 5 straight titles in this tournament. 5 straight national championships. They've been to the final 6 straight years, with 4 out of 5 starters from their title team a year ago. Well, 2 years ago. So both free throws good. It's a 1-possession game again. And now the Patriots go back to work on offense. It's been a much steadier quarter for them offensively. Now here they turn it over. Nearly a foul. They didn't get it, but it was Gentry wreaking havoc again. Now a bobble. Oh, my. It was a good pass. Couldn't handle it. Here comes Clark. Oh, share the sugar. And just like that, the lead back to 4. Purinton at the controls, splits the double. Full steam ahead. Gentry couldn't handle. Taken away again. Clark, outlet pass up ahead. Bradford slows it down, misses the layup. Shaper was there for the rebound defensively. Here they come the other way. Shaper again thought about the 3. Drive, kick, leaves it for someone who's knocked down a couple already in Pippins. She couldn't knock down that one. And with 37 seconds to go, they can play 2 for 1 if they want, although they typically shoot a shot within 7 seconds anyway. But if they would want to do that, they would have to go pretty quickly and want to wipe a spot on the floor. And only Ozark will gladly take a little breather here. 49-45 in what has been a lightning quick tempo. 44 shots for Arlington Baptist already in the ball game. Yet they only lead by 4. Clark swings the wing-to-wing pass, tees up the 3, too strong. Offensive rebound. Back to Clark for 3. She misses, and they try to save it out of bounds. It'll go to the Ambassadors, but that a tough spot to inbound from. 14 seconds on the timer, and a few substitutions here as Clark will get a breather. Kabani Irvin checks in for the first time, and Chisholm also into the game. Finds Puritan, 12 on the timer. Jay Cox hangs in the air. No, shot it away before she had to. It's loose with 5 seconds to go. Still time. Lead pass out ahead. At the horn. No. Entertaining first half comes to a close, but it is the tournament's top seed who has captured the lead for the first time in this game in the quarter, and they have a 4-point lead as we hit halftime. Well, we'll take a breather, just as will the players. And as lightning fast as this one is, don't go anywhere. An entertaining second half is next. So we get set for the second half after a lightning-paced opening 20 minutes that saw the 8th seed and the Ambassadors from Ozark Christian jump out to a 7-0 lead. They led by as many as 10. It was 19-9. But then the Patriots flexed their muscle a little bit, particularly in that second quarter where they tallied 32 points. Here's a look at the numbers. Despite 15 turnovers, the Ambassadors are right in the thick of it, just trailing by 4. A large part has to do with what they've done from downtown. 6 of 11 from beyond the arc. In contrast, the Patriots are 4 of 13. Not a bad percentage at 30.8, but not quite what they're accustomed to either. So the 3-ball can be a big benefactor, but 46 shots went up for the Patriots as opposed to 34 for Ozark. And you got to get the sense that in that second quarter, the pressure full court started to prove more of a nuisance and problem
49-45
for the Ambassadors. But how will it go here in the second half? Of note, Farmer and Waits both have a couple of fouls through 20 minutes. It's the Patriots ball first, and Aaliyah Clark will get it underway. She had a dozen in the first half. Lobbed inside, blocked aside. Guess who? It's Gentry again. That was a familiar story. 8 rebounds, 6 assists, now 5 blocks for Gentry for Ozark. Puritan. Drive, kick, Shaper, 3-ball, yes! And just like that, they cut a 4-point deficit to 1. They continue to stay hot from downtown. Oh, nice move there. Back to Clark. Clark slipped and is fouled as she was bumped on the way in. Puritan picks up the foul. But even, you talk to teams all the time that play really high-octane offenses. They will tell you when they want to slow it down, fouling sometimes, fouls aren't necessarily a bad thing. It slows the game down, at least momentarily. Get a chance to catch your breath as Clark will trigger the inbound here. Be interesting to see if the Ambassadors can keep up this frantic pace. Pass inside, knocked away, but kept alive. Farmer for 3. Yes! She answers with 3 of her own as Farmer connects from downtown again. She's 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. Loose ball. Puritan got it, wanted to call timeout. unable to do so, but they have the arrow. It'll stay here.
OCC gets possession after the jump.
So 52-48, the lead for Arlington Baptist. Looking to inbound. Shaper had it deflected. Loose ball down the sideline. Pushed ahead. Purinton was the only one back there to go get it. Got caught. Now she turned it over. The other way. Layup is good. Irvin made him pay that time. Got the deflection and went off to the races, and just like that, the lead 6. Miller being forced to the left side of the floor, not wanting to go with that left hand. Now got it back. Now she does. It's a block. It'll count. Peyton Miller kept hesitating to go left. Gave it up, then went left. One dribble and a foul later. She's at the line.
Called against number 5, Jacayla Bradford.
Hey, look, the cut.
Team first.
Left Waite stuck. As she blew by Waite, so the help defense was late in that restricted area. And she converts on the three-point play. Well done from Miller. And the lead cut in half at 3. Drive down the midline, a foul on the way in. This one will be called on Shaper. That'll be her first.
Foul called on number 23, Madison Shaper. Her first.
Team second. As again, takes time, slows down the game at least for a moment. So get your defense set. Clark, set or not, she's dangerous. Drive, baseline, weaves. Got right in front of the rim, did Chiselman, said, passed it away. Farmer from way outside, missed everything. Bit of a heat check there as she took it about 2 feet in front of her head coach. Shaper across the timeline, back to Gentry, pass behind Miller, able to track it down though. Now Purinton will wait the ball screen. Goes the other way, loose with the ball here. That's not a good place to put it. Off and running, Irvin out in front of everybody, lays it up and in. A high floating basketball or on a pass is what they thrive on, and they got one again. Another turnover as Farmer bangs it off the foot of Gentry. The lead is 5, and they got the basketball back. 18 turnovers for the Ambassadors. Drive, had some room to operate, now cut off, backline cut. In the air, fancy pass there, but didn't get much out of it. Farmer again from way outside, again well short. But a loose ball, couldn't quite corral it, could Miller, but it comes away to a teammate. Oh, nice pass inside, but better defending as flying back was Bradford to knock it away. Three minutes gone by. And a chance to remind you that the NCCAA network is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel both internationally and domestically by joining SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCCAA to learn more. And a hand check foul on Farmer right off the inbound. And that's a big one because that's her third.
Her third. Team foul.
Well, nothing less makes McDaniel think about it over there, but didn't have any intention of going to his bench, at least not yet, as he watches his defense get another deflection. Not a steal, but you see their assistants and Christy McDaniel and Sky Roach. They're tracking those. I'll see a little stroke of the pencil every time the Patriots able to get a deflection defensively. Into the corner, entry pass inside was late, and it's going to be a foul on Gentry trying to get back to the ball.
Cameron Gentry. First, second, team third.
So lead just 5. Pace not as frantic as we saw in the first little bit of the game. Farmer misfires on the 3 ball. Rebounded by the Ambassadors. Here they come into the front court. Shaper traveled with it. She knew what she got going a little too quick and couldn't control the plant foot and turns it over yet again. That's the 20th. 20 turnovers, yet the Patriots have 20 points off of them. And while 20 points off turnovers seems like a big number, it could have been a lot more as they turn it over themselves here. That's their 7th. As far as getting points per turnover, Ozark has been better at that. Not this time, though. Lead pass, Clark. Full steam ahead. Floater, no. Battled for the loose ball. And whacked out of bounds. Last touch by the Ambassadors. It'll stay with the Patriots. With 5:53 to go. Sulak comes in. As Chisholm will take a break, and now officials talking things over. And now all seems to be in order. Clark will trigger. Right down Main Street. Oh, she missed it. Got it back. That was a harder finish. Couldn't quite get that one to go either. Iron Unkind off to the races. And pass deflected. Turnover. Here they come. Farmer. Out ahead to Clark. Clark knows how to finish. And just like that, the lead is 7. Miller swings it ahead. We haven't heard a lot from Pippins offensively since a white-hot start from beyond the arc. It's Shaper's turn. Not this time. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Shulak. It'll stay right here with Ozark Christian. 58-51, and while they haven't made inroads and the lead swelled a point or a couple points more than it was at halftime, they're hanging around. This is the 8 seed. Tough finish. Shaper off the window with the right hand. Took her time, corralled it, saw the angle to the window, and converted. Right back the other way. And it was Waits who dumps it up and in. Gentry looks into the corner. Pippins tees up the 3. Not the same white-hot stroke we saw in half number 1. Clark thought about a triple in her own right. Instead gives to Farmer. 3 ball, corner pocket, plus the foul. A chance for 4 at the line. Miller to the guilty party. And they're going to talk about it here. And you see there, Farmer did a good job trying to sell it. At any rate, she'll get the trip.
Foul called on number 10. Peyton Miller, her 3rd.
That's the 3rd on Miller.
Harvard shooting 1.
And a chance for a 4-point play for the senior from Elgin, Texas. An all-Southwest region 3rd team selection. Ball popped in and out, but Shulak was there and brushed off the shoulder after the putback. Loose ball, nearly a turnover. The lead is as big as it's been for either team all game at 12. Jay Cox lost it, trying to go behind the back with it. Farmer zigzags through traffic. A lot of contact, no whistle. Ball comes loose. Jake Cox tries to slow it down, at least for the moment. Rifles a pass to Pippins. And they'll look to operate from there. Miller surrounded. Gets it to Gentry. Jake Cox open down low. No, the follow. Miller, yes. And a much-needed bucket. Quickly, Clark the other way. And that's how quick it happens. Timeout.
Full timeout.
Ozark Christian, they'll take a full with 3:39 to go in the third. Has been up and down the court, but the player of the year in the NCCAA, Aaliyah Clark, starting to shine. She has 16 points on 7 of 13 shooting. Combine that with 6 assists. And when she gets downhill, she has proved to be dangerous. And so far, through the first half anyway, you saw the Ambassadors were able to keep pace scoring-wise. They only have 10 points so far here in this third quarter. You contrast that on the other end with 18 for the Patriots, and the lead is swelled to where it is at 12 points. And you got to think this time out as much as anything else. Chance to get a breather, not the same pep in their step. This isn't a bench that goes deep for Ozark. Meanwhile, it's got the look of next man up. That's how you say, well, one comes out, but another equally as talented player, and nearly that, comes right back in. That's what makeups of teams that have won the last 5 national titles have. But no doubt they've been tested in this first round matchup this year, and that was deflected out of bounds. And Miller let it go, and that, boy, I tell you what, that could be one of those unwritten mistakes, because it's a tough place to try to inbound from. And they got to hold the spot. Shaper trying to get it in. Does so to Miller, as she weaves out of trouble, at least for the moment. And trying to get back to that right hand. They're not letting her. Good defense by Diaz. Now gets it to Purinton. Pippins thought about the three. Shaper, wrap around. Off the curl, no. And Clark out behind everybody. You get caught sleeping, going for the offensive glass, and just like that, Clark's put it in for 2. That sneaky outlet, as soon as the shot goes up, Clark starts drifting the other way. All by her alone, so Gentry can't convert on the 3. And here come the Patriots again. Up by 14. Dip inside. Shulock couldn't finish. Gentry tried to muscle a rebound out to Pippins. Couldn't. And the foul. They couldn't quite clear it. It got to Chisholm, and she slashed to finish. And the lead swells to 16 as Chisholm on the reach-in. No harm to her as she went right to the rim. And it's 71-55. One more at the line, perhaps, although Chisholm just a 33% shooter, but she's 2 for 2 today. 72-55. And Purinton, who was racing that ball in the front court earlier, now a little slow jog, floats it up, banks it in. Much needed bucket there. But this is the end that the attention has to turn to if you're the Ambassadors. One of the 3-second call, didn't get it. Deep 3 from Farmer, no. Gentry the rebound. So there's the stop now. Gentry puts it on the deck to get loose of the double, does so. Miller's got to get it across the timeline, just did. With about a half second to spare. Pass nearly intercepted as who's again waits in the passing lane. Second team All-American in her own right. I know we talked a lot about Leah Clark, but Waits has been a 3-time Southwest Region first teamer. She leads the country in field goal percentage at 57%. Aaron pass here. Chisholm off to the races. Nice block from behind. Chasing it down was Rice. Drive baseline, offensive foul. And that's Rebecca Farmer's fourth.
Offensive foul called on number
So one shooter out, at least for now. We mentioned Clarissa Rice, the freshman from Afton, Oklahoma, who was in on the deflection a little while ago for the Ambassadors. Seeing her first action of the game, picked up by Miller. Gentry able to get it. Now Miller got it back. Drives, baseline. Trying to force it up. No. And last touched off the shoe lock deflection. It'll stay here. And Clarissa Rice, in her freshman year here at Ozark Christian, but quite the athlete, a 5-sport athlete in high school. She might like this up and down tempo. She ran track and cross country in high school as Clark sheds off defenders right to the rim, couldn't finish. Jaycox quickly the other way. She's trapped. Printon, another floater. Not strong enough or too strong, depending on how you look at it. Clark coming again. Gentry trying to get back, unable to completely cut her off, but the layups missed. Did enough defensively, did Gentry that time. And we see now not quite the urgency to race up the floor. Now a foul reaching in. We'll see which one they tag here. There's a couple in the vicinity as she went to split the double. And so the officials will talk about it on which Patriot will pick up the foul. It'll be the team's fourth here in the quarter, but just 33.8 to go. Shouldn't be of too much of a bother. They'll give it to Rivera. That's her first.
Rivera. Her first. 14 foul.
So Rivera, well, the first no fouls to give now. It was 72-57. The lead 15, and now another check with the scores table. Want to make sure everything's good. 15, that was the margin in these teams' first meeting. And lost it, got it back. Miller thought about the three into Rice, threw the double, had it stripped away. Now Miller slips, falls, lost the handle. And a little slow to get up. And again, they'll reach for the towel. That'll slow things down. And you have to wonder, do the Ambassadors have another run where they can sort of hang around a little to finish the third quarter? Well, they'd have a flurry to finish. That's yet to be determined. But the Patriots have gotten it to their brand of basketball here in the second half. Clark leads them into the front court. As now they pack in a 2-3 zone defensively. At least that's the look. Now they'll switch more of a man-to-man. Slide inside, shoe lock. Try to muscle it right by Gentry, couldn't. And that'll end the quarter.
That's it for the third.
But it's a big third quarter for the Patriots, who entered leading by 4. They've stretched it to 15. They'll look to close it out after being pushed by Ozark Christian on the NCCAA network. Ready to start the fourth quarter, and it's the tournament's top seed out in front comfortably now, but it hasn't been that way throughout the game. We're only led by 4 at halftime. Story, 24 turnovers. 9 came in the third quarter for the Ambassadors, and the Patriots, they have the tendency to just sort of wear you down throughout a ball game, and through that third quarter, we started to see that at least a little bit. We'll see if that continues. Shoe lock, Gentry tied up. That should be a jump ball. It is. It's back to the Ambassadors. Another block from Cameron Gentry, who, by the way, and you don't see this very often, so it's worth noting, she could get a double-double without points being involved. She needs 3 assists this quarter to do that. 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocked shots. Impressive stuff from the sophomore out of Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Purinton weaves through traffic, skip pass, extra pass. Rice got it to go for all 3. You mentioned Rice, the 5-sport athlete, basketball, track, cross country, softball, cheer, but that may not be her most astonishing accomplishment. She has her cosmetology license as a freshman in college. As Clark again takes it to the 10. So impressive stuff in and out of the gym for Clarissa Rice, and Clark has been awfully impressive all year on the hardwood, as we've seen it there. Double comes. Purinton the triple. Yes, from the corner. Back-to-back threes, and it's down to 9. And maybe the Ambassadors have another run in them. The Patriots not out of the woods yet. Bradford quickly gives now to Clark, who awaits. Chisholm. She's been sneaky good offensively in this game. 6 points, but they've all come at big moments. Clark, a heat check, deep 3 at the end of the shot clock, no good. She had to put it up. And now in a 9-point game, or 11-point, beg your pardon, they can get back inside of 10 with a bucket this trip down. Lost the handle, loose ball, couldn't save it. 74-63, had the 4 and the 3 mixed up aside there, so it's the lead's 11 with 7:56 to go. And you're looking for a new publication to read maybe through in between games throughout this tournament. Turn to Sports Spectrum. Sports Spectrum tells the stories of sports intersecting with faith in Jesus Christ, and now is a great time to become a subscriber of the Sports Spectrum magazine. It's only $18 for an entire year subscription. Order your subscription today at sportspectrum.com. Try to read it as fast as the Patriots have played offense, and admittedly it didn't work. Feed inside. Jake Cox able to track it down. Feed Miller. She's fouled and will go to the line. And she'll go to the line with a chance to get it back inside of single digits.
Foul called on number 5, Jacayla Bradford, her 3rd.
Miller with 8 points. 101 from the stripe today. Tally that with 7 rebounds. A chance to draw our team closer. First is good. She connects on this one. It would give her 10 in the ball game, and does. She has 10. The lead is 9 for the Patriots. As Clark races it into the front court. We'll work from there. Around the horn. Farmer with 4 fouls. Back in the game. Misfired on the 3. Perhaps her time having to sit might have taken her out of rhythm. I wouldn't bank on it, though. Rice, tough finish inside. Couldn't get it to go. Shulock muscles it out of there. Finds Clark. Here she comes, full out of steam, and Farmer collides with Jake Cox as both players go for a spin on the floor. So as a result,
Foul called on number 5, Eddie Jacobs, her 2nd.
Farmer to the line for a pair. They said she was in the act of shooting there, so chance for the Patriots to stretch it out to 2. Clifton McDaniel with his team seeking their 6th straight title. But this game, if anything, has proven to be, well, you can't look past anybody. The 8 seed, we mentioned it from the top, not your typical 8 seed, playing on their home floor 6-3 in NCCAA play as Farmer missed both, but they couldn't get the rebound. The follow no good. And it's still just a 9-point lead. Ambassadors still with life. Miller, cut off, kick out, Gentry, 3-ball, no. But Miller got it back. 10 to shoot as it didn't draw iron. Gentry inside, she's comfortable from there. A chance for 3 the old-fashioned way. And the Ambassadors aren't done yet.
Basket's good on the foul call against number 2, Olivia Chisholm.
Fouls on Chisholm, her second. As you take another look. Misfired on the 3. They got it to her inside, and she knew what to do from there. A little clutch of the fist. And this would cut it down to 6. Gentry, 67% from the line this year. Couldn't get that one. Nearly got her own miss. Fired ahead to Clark. Lead 7 for the Patriots, and they got the basketball. Under 6.5 to go. Clark hesitates. Floater over Gentry. No. Shulock put back. No good. She'll go to the line, though. Something to keep in mind as we go down the stretch here. Shulock, a 38% free throw shooter on the year, so not necessarily a bad foul. Chisholm, under 35% as well. Granted, she's 2 for 2 today. So those might be candidates to foul in that type of situation late in the ball game. 2 coming for Shulock here. That one didn't get the bounce, as it sat on the front of the rim and fell off the left side. 1 more to come. That's good. She's 1 of 3 from the line. Right around that average. And lead stretches back to 8. And again, a deflection off the inbounds pass. Ozark Christian just hanging around with 6:12 to go. Inbounds the corner. It's dangerous there. Quickly get it out. Jake Cox slashes across. Wants it back. Got it back on the wing. Met by heavy traffic. 3 in the air. Around and out. And a collective sigh from the home crowd, as they were hoping that might be the one to get them closer. Jake Cox swept in and took it away from Bradford. Another opportunity to inch closer. Look to drive. Finger roll is good. Purinton with an impressive finish. And it's back down to 6. Bradford out to Farmer. There's Clark. Shulock wanted it inside. Instead, it's Farmer from downtown. Boy, she is good from there. Has been all game. And it's a big one there. She's 6 of 14 from downtown. Trying to answer was Bodges couldn't, and they couldn't get back defensively. Irvin beat them all back and got the lay in. The lead to 11. Now another loose ball. And a jump ball will keep it with the Patriots.
Possession of the jump goes to Arlington.
Looked like a scrum for a fumble there for a minute. They got to untangle the bodies, and Arlington Baptist will have the basketball. While we've talked about the pace of this game, and rightfully so, it's also worth noting it's been a physical contest. We'll have to see how that affects both teams going forward. Some players have hit the deck hard on both sides. You see Purinton stretching out a little bit on the baseline for Ozark. Wry smile with the official, and Clark's hit the deck hard several times, as is Bradford for the Patriots. It's just what you'd expect to see in March, though. 80-69, the lead 11 for the Patriots, who have the basketball. Clark with her 20 points. looks to set the offense. And taking some time, some air out of the basketball. That's a phrase that you don't hear with the Patriots often. Air out of the basketball. Clark tees up the triple. No. Clark and Farmer both have 20. That's 40 of the 80 points from two players. They've lived up to the billing. Gentry left all alone. That one well short. Miller trying to save it. Does so for a moment. And a late whistle there, but it's hit the inline. And Gentry, she can fool you from out there. Despite her prowess on the interior, she's come into this tournament shooting 40% from beyond the arc. Hadn't hit one from downtown yet. Puritan wants to switch there. She's on Clark. Both have 20 in the game. Clark drives right over Puritan, who takes the charge. Puritan in perfect position defensively there. It's the third team foul. And Clark trying to plead her case and didn't get very far. Palm started skyward and ended with Clark taking a head nod and a charge. So down 11. Still life for the Ambassadors. Gentry, she'll try it again. That time connects. The lead down to 8. Every time it seems like perhaps that was the moment that did it, they come up with another one. Now on the break, Shaper kicks it into the corner. Bodges for 3. No, off the front iron. Shaper trying to track it down. Clark comes away with it. 3-on-1. Holding her ground. Farmer to the finish. There's just not enough players back to help defensively. Puritan drives, now takes it back outside. Swing it over. Miller, 3. No good. And now Clark, sensing some heavy legs, looks to push the issue, flips it up and in. And just like that, 8 has turned to 12. Speaking of the deficit, Shaper, skip inside, look to save it, but does so right to Farmer on the run. Bradford, that one's good. Coach McDaniel wanted the foul to go with it, didn't get it. Time called. And a quick run, how quickly it can happen. As a long look at the board from Coach Wickland with 2:38 to go. The 3 from Gentry got his club within 8. And just like that, it's a 6-0 run that swells it to 14. It can happen so quickly. And keep in mind, we mentioned it from the top, it's not a deep bench for the Ambassadors. Only 7 players have played more than 10 minutes in this one. Bodges has played 9, but Gentry has played 36. Puritan's been in for 31. But she's all smiles as she jokes with some of the fans. Good crowd on hand, and happy to be able to say that. 600 are allowed, and we're probably close to that number. It's good to see for this championship. As both players sharing some laughs. Shaper along with Bradford before they triggered it in for the inbound. Pass ahead, kick out, 3 on the way. And shot missed short, and Miller's fouled from behind. That's a 14 foul. And now Miller's slow to get up as she hits the floor hard. We mentioned not only speed, but it's also turned into a physical contest as well.
Foul called on number 2, Olivia Chisholm. First third.
It's the 3rd on Chisholm. And now it'll be 2 free throws on every foul the rest of the way. And it looks like Miller May have banged her head, holding her forehead there. And you can see she sort of shook off, almost as if she got a question of, you need a breather. She shook it off as if she has no intention or desire to try to come out of this basketball game. Saw her and the official share a laugh there. So they give her a minute. And Miller's going to try to stick it out. How tough has she been in this one? 10 points, 3 for 3 in the line, but she's been gritty throughout. In on a lot of loose balls as she comes in for the rebound here, trying to wrap around the pass to Gentry. Couldn't do it. Clark on the break. Oh, a nice feed to Farmer. And the lead at 16, the largest it's been all game. It was 15 to start the quarter. It's at 16 now with 2 to go. That one blocked aside as Chisholm recovered nicely. As Pippins tried to drive it inside. And now, perhaps, the Patriots can start breathing a little easier. Miller hesitated on the 3. Now a floater. That one's short. And seen a lot of shots that have missed short for the Ambassadors. Product of tired legs, but that pass swatted away. Another steal for Gentry. Floater, Puritan, offensive foul. As Bradford stood in to take the charge. That's Miller's 4th. Team's 3rd. You see a lot of the Ambassador shots missing short. That can be a telltale sign of some tired legs. And boy, I tell you what, can't do anything but give credit to how this team has battled their way in here. They didn't just want to be a celebrity appearance in this tournament. That was clear from the get-go. As Kyle Wickland, this team's first trip to this championship. He in his first season, you get the sense it won't be their last trip here. Host school or not. They have turned in that kind of effort. As Gentry will check out of the ball game. But a mammoth performance on any level. 3 of 11 shooting may not stand out to you, but how about 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks. Puritan will check out as well. She's got 20 on 8 of 13. Patriots are going to survive, but it's far, far from easy. Clark has checked out as well for the Patriots. Drift inside, newly into the game, and drawing the foul is Heron. Played 7 minutes in that first half, but kind of pause on that one and took it to the 10. Foul on Miller, that's her 5th. So Miller's day officially done. 10 points, 3 of 3 shooting, but 28 gritty minutes. A rebound shy of a double-double. As Puritan will come right back in. Mariah Monday in as well, and Miller gets an ovation from this crowd. It's well-deserved. She played awfully hard and made an impact in the 28 minutes she was in there. Free throw, no good. Second, that one rattles around and out. So 0 for 2 at the line was Heron. Now racing the other way is Puritan, but turns it over. Rivera. That one nearly turned over. Swung into the corner. 3 on the way. No, that was Heron, who misfired. It was Perry at the line a while ago. I misspoke there.
Number 32, Victoria Perry, her first.
And she picks up the foul here. It's the team's fifth, so it'll be free throws for the Ambassadors. At the 32 and 22, and Gray mixed up there. Perry, a 5'5" freshman out of Gladewater, Texas. Guilty of the foul. And Pippins, after an electric first half, much quieter here in half number 2 offensively, but the line here was fired on that one. Had 10 points in the first half and has yet to score here in the second. Had several of those in that first quarter, hit a couple threes, spun out that free throw, and this one just thrown away. Miscommunication there, and never satisfied. Is it Clifton McDaniel? I'm sure that'll be on a film session somewhere for a coaching moment, perhaps later tonight. And that's the good news if you're the Patriots, other than advancing. You got tested a little bit in the first round against the 8th seed, as Monday couldn't get it, but guess who's there for the follow? Puritan adds to a terrific night. She's got 22. Final 34 seconds. Nice crossover. Follow. That's good. Tamia Tucker, the freshman out of Jacksonville, Texas, delivers the deuce. Quickly the other way. Monday nearly lost the handle. And Puritan is fouled, so she'll go back to the line. Don't know that she's aware of this, but the game high in points is 24. That's from Aaliyah Clark. Or beg your pardon, it's from Farmer. Clark has 22. Puritan has 22. So if she makes both free throws, she ties the game high at 24 with 21.6 to go. And got the roll. One more to come. Enough can't be said about her performance either. 9 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown. And she was terrific in an upset bid. She does get to that game-high 24 points. And the Patriots will just dribble this one out. But they got a test. Well, at least they appeared they would. And now they pull it back out. Final seconds will tick away. And Perry, it appears they'll do just that. The Patriots were tested, no doubt about it, as the Ambassadors jumped out to a white-hot start. But in the end, it was the Patriots who come away with a win and off to the semifinals as they flex their muscle yet again. And it was the 7th straight year they're in the same semifinal as Puritan and Clark share fist bumps as they gather in midcourt after a hard-fought battle. 90-76 the tally. It brings us to our Score International score of the game. And all kinds of points scored in this one in a high-paced affair, but you might figure Aaliyah Clark, the player of the year, might have a factor, and she did. And one there that started the surge in the second quarter, and once they took the lead, they didn't look back. The Patriots come away a winner, 90-76. They're on to the semifinals.